Wait, what is QBT?
QBK is Athletes Against Child Sex Trafficking, actually. So Rob Ryan and his wife started an organization to try to fight child sex trafficking. So lending my support.
Yeah.
Uh, how different is the vibe this week? Just coming off a win. It's been a while since you guys have had that. So
Yeah.
how does it feel?
Yeah, it has been a long time. It was kind of weird, honestly, after the game. It was just felt like you said, I think 11 weeks, including the bye week. So when you don't win since September and it's December, it's hard to keep going. But again, just proud of our guys and their desire to continue to fight and continue to battle, and hopefully get a couple more wins here.
You look at these last few weeks of the season as a chance to build foundational pieces going into the offseason, or how do you look at it?
Yeah, obviously, we're not competing for a postseason spot, and so it's hard. You're trying your best each week to put your best foot forward. And yeah, I mean, I really just look for myself any opportunity I can to play. I know is a blessing, and like I've talked about this year, I definitely don't take for granted because I know how easily it can be taken away. And so just being grateful to be able to play in the NFL, get to live out a dream is just me personally kind of how I view it.
When you look at the fact that there's 2 games left, is it like, wow, there's only 2 games left and it went by in the blink of an eye, or do you feel like there's a lot more football left to play now?
Yeah, I think really a combination of both. I think the NFL's weird time moves in a weird way, and I think the days go slow and weeks go fast, and so when you think back to earlier in the season, it feels like yesterday, but it also feels like a long time ago. So, like I said, just trying to be grateful for the spot I'm in, and really just trying to focus on this game.
You obviously had a drive to take the lead in the game, which is a big one. But then you almost killed 7 minutes on the next one. I mean, that's winning. That's a winning football play.
Yeah.
Run clock. I mean, how important was that drive to you to just like be able to run clock, move it down, and almost kill the whole clock on that?
Yeah, would have liked to obviously, finish the job there and scored some points at the end. But proud of our guys, especially up front, grinding through the whole game and getting the run game going, and our guys on the edge obviously doing what they're doing and making plays. But yeah, when you get the ball at the end of the game like that, in that kind of 4-minute mode, you want to be able to run the ball, throw the ball, and really just take as much clock as you need. And we had a lot of trust in our defense, so I think our guys were confident.
Aidan, you've been asked about extending the play, using your legs this past week and everything, and you mentioned that it was something that you were working on as a second-year quarterback. How important do you think it is for a quarterback? Do you feel it's now a necessity for a quarterback in the NFL to be able to utilize his legs?
Yeah, I think obviously the game has changed in that way, and I think it's definitely an advantage. I always think the quarterback's most important job is going to be able to throw the ball accurately and make good decisions. But, extending the play is definitely an asset if you can do it. So, like I said, not trying to do anything crazy, just trying to take the plays that are in front of me and go play by play.
What do you think of the Aidan Vick nickname?
Yeah, not something I've ever heard before, and not something I'd ever expected to hear, but yeah, I'll take it.
With Andre back at center.
That was great. Obviously, he's who I played with all last year, and so have a lot of reps with him that we've banked over the last couple of years, and so it was fun to communicate with him again. Obviously, in a different way, in a different offense, but definitely love having Andre back. He's a great player for us.
We don't know who's playing quarterback for New Orleans on Sunday, but could potentially be an interesting matchup. I think for a lot of Raiders fans, I guess. Do you have any thoughts going into this game as the guy that was here before you and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, huge respect to Derek and all that he did here. I'm a big fan. I got to meet him this offseason, a big fan of his. So, I'm really trying to focus on what we're doing on our side of the ball. But, I think definitely guys have to have played with Derek, have spoke very highly of him, and, looking forward to seeing him.
How'd that meeting come about?
Say it again.
How'd that meeting come about?
I actually saw him at the Vegas Thrill, the local volleyball team. I saw him at one of the games and just said hi to him real quick. So, yeah, and it wasn't like a secret meeting or anything like that.
Aidan, offensive coordinator Scott Turner talked about how great it was to have you back on the field and just how that relationship between you and him has been developing. How did you feel just, getting back into the scheme of things?
Yeah, obviously have known Scott for the last couple of years and got to know him last year, and then get to hear him kind of call the plays. And obviously I started hearing him call the plays from the sideline because I was still injured, and so it's been fun to see his progression and how he's implemented the things that he's liked to do. And yeah, he's done a great job, I think, just instilling confidence in the guys. And we've played well. We haven't scored as many points as we want to, but I think with him calling the offense, we definitely have moved the ball and want to continue to do so.
Antonio talked about how you made a concerted effort to work on that mobility. during the offseason. Do you feel like that work is starting to kind of pay off? And do you have more confidence in doing that because of that?
Yeah, I definitely have more confidence in it. I think, you know, I was here this offseason to worked out with our strength coaches, with our trainers, and really with just our staff here. And so I love being in the facility. I love being here, and you know, just trust the guys that I'm working with that have really helped me along the way.
All right, thanks, Aidan.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Aidan.